However, first things first, teleport on hit. What happens is, if you get hit in a biome, you'll be teleported back up to the top of the mountain. The Holy Mountain, from whence you came. They will have 30 minutes to post a time or win. The fastest time wins the day. If it has to go into overtime, it's the first to win. Again, first up we have DeFaz, Darrenthewizard. If they would like to join us in the comms, we'll introduce them, make sure we understand who they are, what they're going to do, make sure we get a seed from chat, make sure everything is all good. But firstly, introducing DeFaz, also previously restreaming this stream in Spanish. Thank you for your support and thank you for what you're doing for the community, my friend. How are you today, DeFaz?
Hello everyone, it's been a nice day with all the Noita friends gathering together to this LetsSufferTogether summit.
Indeed, man. And how are you feeling about speedrunning in general these days in 1.0 with the meta constantly changing?
Oh, I am not myself a speedrunner. I consider myself a slow runner, so yeah, there is plenty of tools, new tools and new spells like every 2 weeks or so in the beta, and it's always exciting to explore the new possibilities of the game.
Indeed. Well, best of luck. Again, you have 30 minutes to post the best time, but also introducing the man with the hat, the beard, and the balls. And thank you, DunkOrSlam, for that raid. But first, introducing Darrenthewizard. He has a wand, everybody. Have you seen it? He's got balls, he's got a wand, he's got the entire package for the run today.
Hey. How's it going, Suffer, everybody? I'm super stoked to be here. Second time coming to the Noita Summit. I had a blast last time, and yeah, can't wait.
Indeed. How are you feeling about the speedrun in general? Teleport back to mountain. Was it yourself who did the teleport back to mountain last time?
Yeah, I did that one last time. I've been doing a really long, 33 orb run for the last, week or two. And I haven't really been... I don't know, it'll be good to go fast again. I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a blast just to see Noita in action. But once again, the rules, you have 30 minutes to post a time. Once that 30 minutes is up, you can continue your run into overtime. The first to win wins the day. However, if you'd like to go get set up, we'll grab a nice little seed for you all. Action, baby. Yep, just go. It's on indeed. Right then.
I hate the fireballs.
So, there are quite a few strategies what can happen here. Again, if they get hit a single time, they'll be sent back to the Holy Mountain that they are closest to. There are a few little surprises along the way. Again, with Darrenthewizard having done this before, let's see if he remembers. But again, the brutality of this game, obviously, with all the projectiles flying around, even possibly sometimes your own projectiles, your own explosives can get in the way also. In the first area, depending what type of wand you get, of course, they will start with the same wand and potions since it's the same seed. They'll have all the same perks, all the same shots down, making sure it's all fair. But if they get hit in the first area, they'll get set back to the very start of the game. And there's also strategies. They can restart as many times as they want. If they get hit, they get sent back to the start of the mountain, so the current threat is eliminated. They can go back to that same path, or they can change path in the same Holy Mountain. I forgot to enable it. You can just restart. It's all
Mientras
good.
esto va ardeando, voy a dar una vuelta por aquí. Mucho cuidadito.
Oh, a minor setback for DFaz, but
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna
well,
cry,
he gets
my
to kick the
friend.
car again.
I hit
Well,
the
you
bomb.
can't say fairer than that.
The bomb exploded. Half my life.
Definitely got to watch out for fire as well. One thing, keep a liquidy cape. Otherwise, you'll suffer, most definitely. One thing, if they're starting with a, it looks, is that a brine flag? I think it might be water, but it might be brine as well. They start with, I think, fire bolts. And that pink spitter bolt. Pink spitter bolt's actually really powerful early on. It's got a lot of power behind it. However, it doesn't have much range, so they're going to have to get close to the enemies. They're going to have to take a few projectiles here and there. Brine, best water variant? Now you've got to have some salt in your water. Oh, DFaz. Coming across a broken wand. Of course, that's useful later on. If you want to invest the time and effort.
I don't like eggs.
Hey, a distraction egg there. You could have picked. I could have picked up the egg. Eggs
Wow.
have a bit of value in allowing other enemies to shoot at something different. Few ones early on for DFaz as well. All seeing. Oh, hugely beneficial. I learned Spanish for 5 years only to think it's Italian. Supercon. Well, them language strats, I hope they pay off, man. Getting some Acceleratanium. Was that a flask that was smashed? Then Darren the Wizard's up and running. Acceleratanium also. But I'm sure at some point, get into the next holy mountain. And again, possibly the next sticking point. Again, every area is a problem when you get teleported back to the holy mountain. Having to retrace your steps, having to reface the same threat over and over again. And Darren the Wizard certainly getting a feel for this area early on, getting sent back to the start, but the Acceleratanium puts him back to where he was very quickly. All will be well. And again, getting a feel for the first area since they have half an hour. Getting a feel for as much of the seed as possible certainly has its benefits. Finding where all the ones are, finding where all the goodness. I thought Darren the Wizard might exit there, but nah, he's hovering around the portals at the top. Oh, he pays the price, gets sent back, but again, the price can be limited. If you've cleared the area already, you know, you can rush back there quite quick, especially if you're near the start. And it's only going to put you back to the nearest holy mountain as well, so certainly. There are strats and there are ways and means of making this work for you. However, you still have a limited amount of HP. You still have, well, the potential to restart and have to face all those enemies again. And most definitely, thank you, Goki, for providing this mod as well. It came out a long time ago, and we've ran this mod before. Very entertaining mod, if I do say so. But do appreciate the mod makers of the community for providing this kind of content in the first place. Again, they do a lot of good work for the community, and nothing but appreciation, you know. Darren the Wizard getting down to the second area. Learning, poking, prodding.
Excuse me, I am a slow runner. But that's my way of playing.
DeFaz making sure the fire didn't affect him there, pouring water constantly.
Only got like half an hour.
Yeah, it's a good strat. Don't want to get distracted by the fire. Fortunately, if you do get set on fire, you say you get teleported back to the Holy Mountain and you're still on fire, it'll just keep putting you back in the same Holy Mountain. It's not going to put you back to the Holy Mountain, and then to the previous Holy Mountain, and then to the previous Holy Mountain, and then to the previous Holy Mountain. Luckily, it's not that savage. Unfortunately, maybe we could ask Goki to make a little bit of an alteration, just to make it a little bit, you know, a little bit more spicy, if need be. And Darrenthewizard hauling ass, getting down to the snowy depths. Having the repulsion field as well early on. Super handy. Not the greatest shop. It's certainly got some equipment in there. Yeah, I think he might have been thinking about the Giga Black Hole. Hey, it'll suck projectiles in. What is the Noita Summit and where do I find more info? Hey, boss, you're in it, my friend. The Noita Summit is a collection of content creators for Noita who come together. We're coming together once a month to enjoy some nice Noita. Do a variety of events. Just be a part of the Noita communities around, boss. You know, keep your ear to the ground. We'll be here. Ain't a lot at once. However, Darren in the snowy depths, I was about to say, the Heesey making themselves a problem. As usual, if there's going to be one problem, it's the Heesey. The bubbles, that's more than one problem, but regardless, he's facing the problems right now. DeFaz, I think, investing in the Acceleratium, pouring that Toxic out, making sure to find the hole, making sure it doesn't get ported back up. The Acceleratium allows you to dodge projectiles really sufficiently. Again, it's got a lot of value in this type of run. A good investment from DeFaz, especially since, again, you're not being overly punished for being hit, but avoiding being hit in the first place is, well, the major part. I would say Darren's digging wand would possibly provide more cover, but oh, sniper to the face, and he's getting low on HP there. Getting low on HP when you get sent back to the top of the Holy Mountain. Hey. Darren HP indeed, Pep. Indeed. And when it's flashing red, the concentration face comes out, of course. Of course, you don't just have Heesey in this place and bubbles, you have sentries and all sorts of problems. We haven't seen the electrical man yet. The electrical man. The old man Uko. Just preparing for future glass cannon? Well, that would be a bold strategy, I'm sure. I wonder what joy they may come out of any ones. Of course, you've always got the same shops, but all of them will obviously pass the same shops. However, if they go different directions, they may find different ones. The electrical one from Darren, they're very powerful. You have to get quite close, though, again, so that's a risky strategy. Also, blow yourself up, but when you're at that much HP, maybe you have to. If he's got digging as well, it's certainly going to provide some, well, variation. You're going to need, you know, good movement where you're digging, and good offensive, because you're always going to bump into enemies, of course. It's the one thing that's guaranteed. Unless you have an always cast Matter Eater and, you know, zoom yourself around the side. And Darren makes it in the nick of time. cutting it fine. Staying hydrated, always important. Very important. Uko is always in our hearts. Not just after, yeah, as he picks through your corpse, you know, taking your heart for sacrifice, yeah, and in your brain and any other piece of body part you can find afterwards, of course. Luminous drill, certainly handy for any wand, although relatively mediocre mana cost to speed up your wand. Definitely prod the enemy, but you're getting super close then, and that's got ramifications of being shot in the face. So that's slower projectiles, I see, or am I mistaken? I do believe it is. Well, that's certainly a turn up for the books. Having projectile repulsion and slower projectiles? Yeah, I was about to say, what was the choice there, Darren? Of course, you've got to think about these things. Think about them pretty hard, you know? You could always go for a different attempt next time. Different perk next time, but having both repulsion and slow? Whew. And DeFaz getting down to the second area. 15 minutes has currently passed by. A slow and steady attitude. Hey, it's not problematic. However, if you go with a slow and steady kind of strat, you might get more success over a longer period of time, but you also have the ramification of your competitor also doing that also, but being a bit faster, you know? Or just outpacing completely and just going balls to the walls with pace. And of course, with Darrenthewizard being in the HC base, you get the same problems as you do with a Snowy, although you do get more cover. With it being more close quarters. If you do face problems, those problems are normally a lot more manifest. I can't remember. If you get hit by a healer, if you get ported back up to the mountain, that would be interesting to see if anybody goes for it. Oh, it's party time at the HC base. Oh. You got TP'd in your practice earlier, Supercon? What, by the healer? That's rough. And again, Darren living life dangerously. It's not flashing red on the screen yet, but it's getting close. And with DeFaz, with the all-seeing eye, I don't believe Darren has it. He would have used it, I assumed. Again, it's not easy to see everything they've got at all times, but you can make good assumptions now and again that he would have used it. Oh, incoming. Luckily, the worm pays him no mind. And it's Borum, a nice little wormhole. Will he get shot? Will he make it? Will he? Oh, watch out for the fire, my man. And he makes it down to the safety of another holy mountain. Is the goal just to win? Only high? They've got half an hour to post a time. The fastest time would win. However, if no one wins within half an hour, they go into overtime, but the first person would win. The first person who wins, wins. Good worm. Very good worm. That's a difficult decision. Freeze field. Semi-controversial choice, maybe. It can freeze you in place if you get shot, which, actually, thinking about it, isn't that bad, is it? Stops you being dumped into acid or lava. But when you think about the actual type of run, if they do jump into acid or lava, they'll only get one tick of damage, which could still be heavy damage, but they'll get ported back straight away to the Holy Mountain. And safety, so you no longer get hurt on Toxic, I believe. If you walk on Toxic, if you walk on anything that would normally hurt you if it's frozen, I don't believe that happens anymore. And Darren, again, I think this is a strat, right? I think he's putting himself down to low HP so he can get that red flash and concentrate more. It's a well-known and honourable strategy. Yeah, projectile repulsion, indeed. They got the perp. Perp makes the final easy. It does, especially when Darren and I assume DeFaz will pick up projectiles slower. So slowing it down and then repulsing it makes a lot of things very easier, but the damage still comes, as Darren is showing, and this is the danger zone at the moment. One more hit. And Darren, while he'll have gained a lot of knowledge for the run, will be ported back to the very start of the game. 1 HP in a dream in the in the jungle. It's doable. He's got the skills. Can he, in this setting though, pull it off? What do you reckon, guys? Going for the fungal, that's a bold strategy. Especially without melee immunity. Gets teleported, and with his digging, frees himself. Very nice. For a split second there, before he put himself in jail. Suffocation jail. Darren was the risky plays. Hey, big risks equal big rewards if you get it right. You get yourself to a holy mountain, you get that full heal. Again, the good thing about this run for a runner, if you do get ported back to the holy mountain, you no longer have to deal with the threat, and then you get to assess the threat from a distance. A safe distance. DeFaz getting down to the snowy depths. Hydrating. Assessing his options. Will he go for the Giga Black Hole? Shotguns. Electric. Actually, the rat perk. The electrical. Oof. I've been liking the rat perk recently. They've increased the strength of it quite nicely. How about you guys? Anybody else a fan of the rat perk recently? The actual regular rat perk, not having to spray vomit over the place, not having to get hurt, just regular rats for kills, you know? It's a good trade, that, in it, you know? Do you consider the teleport a benefit or a disadvantage? Basti B from chat. That's a very good question. It depends on the situation, as so many times in Noita, it depends on the situation, does it not? Like, if you're surrounded, if you've been ambushed from all sides, 360 degrees of ambush, yeah. If you jump into acid, yeah. If it's just one dude, though, who you happen to have floated into his shot, is it a disadvantage? But as with everything in Noita, it's very contextual. However, I'd just be annoyed by it, to be honest. If I was on a regular run and this happened all the time, I'd be a little bit annoyed. You know, all that, it's not all that progress, but sometimes you want to remain in the fight, right? You want to, you know, get in, get dirty, get down to business. You don't want to run away. You don't want to be forced to flee the battlefield. That's just not cricket, you know? Are all random outcomes part of the seed? Not every single one, but nearly all are. Like the actual perks, the shops, the wands and the potions, all the main 4 things. Well, I consider main anyway. Just from the top of my head, they are. Did they play in beta branch? I believe this was sorted out beforehand. Maybe. Yeah, they're having fun anyway. Everything seems to be the same anyway. I'd assume so. Everybody's playing on the beta branch these days. It's the hot new thing. If you're not playing on the beta branch and you happen to be a fan of Noita, anybody in chat, I would personally, and I think a lot of other people, anybody else play a bit of the beta branch in chat, would you recommend it at the moment? I mean, don't go into spoiler territory, but you know, just in case. Because we're not getting into too many spoilers here about certain things, but I'd recommend it. I mean, I used to play on the main branch when 1.0 came out. And I was converted very nicely. Beta branch haven't switched back, most definitely. Give the devs some support as well, you know? If you play the beta branch, go into the Noita Discord where all good people are, you know? All good people who enjoy this game in the Noita Discord, sharing what they love about the game. Give them some feedback. They live off this feedback, you know? And they'll make the game better. Because if you say you hate something, they'll make it twice as painful. And of course they will. It's Noita. DeFaz, Darrenthewizard getting ported back. Darrenthewizard down into another holy mountain. But that's what I love about Noita, right? It's unforgiving, and they have no problem making it more unforgiving. However, the game, as any good roguelite should, but Noita in particular does this well. It gives you the tools to do the job, but it won't tell you how or why or what. It'll just chuck a load of things at you and go, do it. And it's possible. It's always possible. However, the challenges are hard. The road is long. But Noita is a hell of a road and a hell of a journey. And the beta branch, well, they've added an extra mile to that road. But they've also added a little bit to your engine as well. Darren made jungle 1 HP. He did. Sorry, I was in my own little world of chatting about the game. And hey, it's not a bad thing, but Darren decimating the jungle 1 HP. I hope everybody was, you know, everybody else was paying attention. And making light work of the vault as well. Getting down into the art, I assume, or is he gonna? Yeah, he wisely gets into the holy mountain while he can. The half sector from DeFaz obviously playing a huge role in supporting him with the repulsion field. Now they have about 5 minutes left. And of course, if Darren dies now, DeFaz will be in the lead. And again, he just win that run. However, Darren has picked up a lot of good information. That you might forget. You might not. You might go a different direction. Say you visited the HC party and you didn't like the kind of reception you received. You might find what DeFaz did with the all-seeing eye instead, if you didn't find it before. The paths on this game always lead to different, you know, different results. DeFaz finding the worm there. The back... Oh, Darren on fire. That's not handy. Although, if you're going to be set on fire, do it in the Holy Mountain, right? Again, it's not too brutal. It's not going to send you back up to the previous biome, which I did have. When we played this last time, I did have a feeling it might do, but nah, it's not that cruel. However, Darren, will he remember the little thing about this biome? It's not specifically this biome, but after this biome, there's a little thing that I want to see if it happens. To be fair, with the repulsion field and slow projectile, it shouldn't. And I'm not... I'm going to let it play out, but I'll explain it afterwards. And actually, I'll explain it at the end of both runs. And after the final. Because this is not only the run we have today for this. There'll be 2 more competitors after this. And then the winner of each will be going into a final to face off. But the art is a terrible place. Filled with... Oh, Acceleratium is getting a scoot on. However, Darren relying on the digging and getting himself frozen. Oh, he gets ported back. And he's a little bit frustrated on that one. That was a close one. Well, he could have died. He could have been frozen melted from what I saw. Getting DeFaz into the Hisi base, and he's got, well, not ambushed, but he's got a squadron, the Death Squadron, the Hisi Death Squad coming at him. With the shield, yeah, he's got a good chance, and the repulsion. Getting backed into a corner, though, is not what you want. However, he seems to be making light work of them. In that corner, paying dividends. Yeah, the corner strat, maybe it's a whole new way of seeing Noita getting a corner, getting a tight corner, tight angles right there. And that digging one from Darren has played a huge part in his run. Orbs, energy orbs are just, I want to give them a hug, they're so good. Darren loves energy orbs, he does. It's the balls, man. And he pulled off a good show. Oh, a minor setback. Yet again. Oh, DeFaz on fire at the last. Just before jumping into the portal. And Darren. Trying to make his way through. Having a few troubles here and there. Down to 62 HP. It seems like both of them are having a tricky time at the moment. Yeah, sometimes you just want to sit in the Holy Mountain and reflect. It's not a bad strat, you know, wait till they come up to you. You've always got the little loop of protection. Will Darren the Wizard be... Oh, again, low HP Darren. This is where he's best, apparently. This is, if we've come to know anything about Darren right now, this is where he'll shine. This is where he'll get through. You know, no problem. He'll literally make it look like child's play. But again, the electricity in the Hisi base, this is why... Well, with the explosives around and the Hisi, it gives you additional problems. There's enough problems in the Hisi base already. However, you can make it work, shocking the enemy, stunning them, stops them shooting you. Again, there are no bad strats. Well, maybe there are. I mean, jumping straight in at acid isn't a good strat, for instance. Looking very dangerous. It is. He's got to be close now, though, right? He's got to be, with Darren. But I'm not comparing picking electrical to jumping in a vat of acid. Although, if you wish to, you may. But I'm not. And again, the red flashes on either side now from DeFaz and Darren. If either of them die, they are past half an hour. We'll have to go into overtime. That little spinning... I love the spinning worm. You know you're fully safe when you got a spinning worm. And he makes it to the... Low HP Darren strikes again. Woo. Getting that full HP. And now, will he remember what happened last time? Let's take a closer look. As he makes his final preparations.
I guess.
Giga Black Hole.
Like
I didn't see him pick that up, but well, he's got it.
I can afford this.
He's got it in the bag. Is it an optimal choice?
Oh, we could have probably rerolled, but that's okay.
Chaos How about you guys? Chaos Larper with Giga Black Hole? Would that even work? Circle Chaos Larper? I mean, it's
That's gonna kill us.
a bold strategy. I think we'd all agree.
It's gonna kill us.
Landscaping.
What's down here?
Yeah. Fertilize your ground with lava, I'm sure.
What?
A minor setback?
What?
Huh?
What happened?
Okay, has it been
What
changed?
happened?
If he's been hit, though.
What happened?
What did happen, Darren? He shot his
I
lightning?
accidentally shot.
I think they've changed the mod. Oh, dearie me.
This is great.
He set himself up for a world of... Well, we'll find out.
I don't know how we're gonna do this now. Okay. So we're screwed. At least we have double repulsion field. Where's my rat? Go get him, Mr. Rats. Well, I don't know what happened. What do we have here? We have this one.
Darren making it halfway. I'm excited.
Okay,
Can he
this
seal
is,
the deal?
Not a very exciting end. I do apologize, guys. I accidentally shot myself. Oh my god.
Being harassed by the little dudes. Oh, ever since they've been
Okay.
added those...
Okay. I fired an extra, a different one by accident. I'm so
the
chapped
repulsion
about
seems to
that.
work.
So stupid. Yeah, come on, rats, do your work. Okay, well he's dead.
And once all is settled,
Yeah, it's a setting. You can
he gets
fire
a
when you're-
solid victory.
Alright, whatever, guys. We got to win.
A
Exciting.
solid GG for Darren the Wizard.
At least we finished. That's all I can say.
A minor setback at the end. A victory, only a minor setback, of course.
Yeah,
But DFaz
That'll
getting
do.
into the next Holy Mountain.
31 minutes.
We'll drop the message.
Thanks, guys. I'm tipping my hat to all of you right now. Thanks for
Get
joining
them
us.
back
That was a
in, see how they
blast.
did,
I
see
kinda
how
wanna
they felt.
listen in.
Well, GG, I suppose. After all that, a very interesting seed as well. With the repulsions, with the slow projectiles, with the Giga Black Hole landscaping, and everything else involved. However, in the speedrun, you know, it's always the trouble of strategy, you know, knowing the pace to go. It's a difficult, in this game, super difficult, but all the respect to you, DFaz. But how are the run? Darren.
I mean, it
Tell
was-
us about all of those times you're minus. You felt like
I was at like 1 HP, 5 HP, like 15. Yeah, that was a little scary. I was holding my breath. and then I accidentally shot myself while I was editing my wands in the final area. So that was the end of that.
Yeah, they seem to have changed the mod since last time. Normally, I was explaining. Well, I was going to explain if it actually happened.
You have to hit a certain spot or something to make it trigger the bottom one. I don't know, because last time I did get sucked up to before the temple, but I didn't download. Like, I didn't change the mod or anything.
I could auto-update, maybe. I don't know. These things are mysterious. But DeFaz, a lot of investment in the early game. I thought it might have paid off, again, with Darren losing a lot of HP and a lot of the biomes. It would have been one death from Darren and you would have automatically been in the lead, but how do you find the run, DeFaz?
It was kind of crazy because it was the first time I used the new course spell, and it was hitting myself with the always cast teleport field of teleport one. That is another spell that I never use. It's very strange that I use teleportation or things like that to go fast. I am like a slow runner and I was like crying like a baby.
That's all good as long as you enjoy Noita, and it's always a pleasure to have anybody run, do anything in the game and enjoy it as a community. To be fair, again, like I said, I was respecting the actual strat you're pulling off, even if it was quote unquote slow and steady can win the race. You know what I mean? We've seen it happen before. Especially when we do have the overtime, the first to win. Again, it's come into prominence so often. But the actual way you were running, I had a lot of respect for that, and actually investing in the early game, trying out a new thing. Yeah, it could have worked. It could have worked as easily as it didn't.
Yeah, it was like every time I was in the shop, I always forgot about that they always cast. And I lose all my one configuration, my one thinker. So I was like crazy, like, oh my god, I don't have power to beat this guy. So I need to use again that hatred one to go fast because it's only 5 minutes now. It was crazy.
That was an interesting seed too.
It was. Again, chat always picks the interesting seeds.
Yeah,
they certainly do.
I couldn't pass up the double repulsion field.
Was it two of them? Again, watching two screens sometimes. Yeah. Because I saw the slower projectiles.
Yeah. Yeah, and slower
and I clocked the repulsion. Damn.
One of them was a reroll, and it gave me a second projectile repulsion, which is pretty wild. It definitely helped in the final base when I had like the 5 HP or whatever.
But all right, Darren moving forward into the winners match now. We'll have Dadwrestler and SuperCon 22 going head to head. But thank you so much, DeFaz and Darren. We'll see you later. But DeFaz as well, thank you so much for being a part of the community. Thank you for restreaming the stream in Spanish as well, brother. It's always a pleasure to have you around the community and being a part of what we do.
Thank you very much to all of you, my friends, for organizing and casting this awesome event. And congratulations, Darren, for that awesome race.
Indeed. But we'll catch up with you later, I'm sure. But moving forward...